the French sacked Rome. So the Pope and the French, they fell out. It had been a long battle, back and forth, and finally the French came and invaded Rome. And you'll see there's a wall that runs, that kind of goes down, there's arches, and it runs all the way up into the Vatican, to the Apostolic Palace. And during the sack of Rome, the Pope ran through a tiny little corridor. You can see little slits along the way, air slots. And he ran as the French troops were taking over St. Peter's. He ran all the way through and went into the castle. And because it's a castle, it's a mausoleum, it's very high walls, it's very almost impenetrable. And at least before modern weapons. And so the popes have always kept that. There are apartments up there. When you go visit him, it says Paul III, who redid most of it on the inside. And so Paul III was the, what's his name? He was I think Paul III was the one who started the Council of Trent. But it was his predecessors who had run through the wall and hid in there while the French took over Rome. And they destroyed Rome. So there's a lot of history layered on through.
Yeah, can you tell us the story why the
Oh yeah, so
it's like
Yeah.
she was asking.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell him much.
yeah, so during that same event, so a few years before, the popes, well, let's see, I think it was Julius II, made a deal with the Swiss. The Swiss were always known as great mercenaries. Switzerland has always been neutral and tried to maintain neutrality in Europe. But their mercenaries are very good. They're very good soldiers. And so in the early 1500s, the Pope created his own army using Swiss mercenaries at the time, and over time it became a volunteer service. But in the 1527, during the sack of Rome, several of the Swiss guards were killed. I can't remember how many. But every year, whenever the Swiss guards swear in, they swear in for I think a two-year service at least. They swear in on that day, May 6th, which is my wedding day, which is always a problem because they asked me to do the commentary, but it's my anniversary, so I have to decide between my wife and my service.